Hello everyone, my name is Myiesha and I'm a beauty director at Sephora. And today's video is all about how to do something bold and very fun with your eyes because we're all wearing a mask. So the star of the show is going to be your eyes. That's something I do all the time anyway. I love a really bold eye. I love a really fun eye. And we have these Sephora masks. So if you don't know, our colors are black, wet, and bright. But why can't I say red today? I keep saying wet. So I did this like very cute purple eye. I love purple, and I used a palette that I've just had on my vanity for a while because I haven't really been out very much, so I haven't used it. So I'm very excited to show you how to do a bold eye. So maybe you can have some fun when you go to the bank and, you know, run your errands and whatnot with your mask on. So we're gonna get started and I'm gonna show you how I did this very fun purple eye. I live in LA and it is very hot. I think we're already reaching 100 degrees nowadays. So I'm gonna be priming my eyes. I'll be using the Hourglass Veil eye primer. It's just translucent. I've already applied it. I pretty much put it up to right underneath my eyebrow, and then I took the leftover and put it underneath my eye. So I will be using this cute little palette right here. So this is from Violet Boss. This is the Sweet Violet palette. It's fun size. I bought this for my birthday. I didn't really go anywhere for my birthday, so I'm gonna, you know, use it now. It's so pretty. I love purples, and I really got it because I just like love this true purple that's in here and all these shimmers. So we're gonna be using that today. If you watch any of my eyeshadow videos, I always use some sort of colored base. I find that this just makes the eye look so much more dramatic. It makes it waterproof, and I don't really have to make my shadows work very hard. So these are my faves from Sephora collection. These are the colorful shadow and liners. So I'm using two different colors today. This violet color, which is definitely a cross between purple and blue, and then this soft thistle color, which is kind of like a purple mauve color. I'll probably be using that on the inner corners. And these are, just as the name implies, shadow and liner. They come in this kind of chunky pencil format. You can either draw a line or you can use them as eyeshadow. Okay, so I'm taking the violet one and just going straight across my lid. These are super pigmented, so they just glide really nicely. And then I'll be taking my Pro shadow brush. There's a few different shadow brushes that we have. This one's a little fluffier and rounded at the end. You really could use whatever. You could even use your fingers to blend this, but I want it to stay pretty pigmented. So I'm gonna use a brush. If you're new to cream liner or cream shadow, the easiest way to do it is just apply kind of a sheer layer. Blend it out really nicely. Make sure your edges are nice and blended. And if you need to, like sometimes if it's not moving, maybe you have one that's gotten a little old, maybe it's dried out a little bit, the oils from your fingers will kind of blend edges. This one's brand new, so I don't really have to do that. So I'm putting one layer. Let's do the same thing over here. And if you do see any little gaps or anything like that, you can put a second layer to make it super pigmented. But making sure that first layer is nice and blended is the key. And anytime you blend cream, or you're doing a smoky liner or something, it will get bigger as you blend it. So if you want to go up to, like, say here, do it a little bit lower, because as you blend it out, it's going to grow, so to speak. So I'm using just the number 13 shadow brush. You might find it easier, just depends on your style, to use a brush like this. This is the crease brush, the number 19, a little bit denser of a crease brush. We have a few different ones. You might find it easier to do this. It really depends. If you're struggling with something, just use a different tool. So now that I have that blended base, I don't see any hard edges, I'm gonna go in and just bump up the pigment a little bit. So now what I'll do on the bottom as well, because I think I'm going for like a smoky eye thing. I'm really bad, I never have a plan. I'm gonna do my makeup, I just kind of know what color I'm going for. So I'll be using this little guy right here. So this is the Pro Shadow Brush number 18. So the way that our brushes are named is if they're for shadow, they're all called Pro Shadow, and then they each have different numbers to distinguish them. I'm gonna do the bottom. If you don't have one of these, it's perfectly fine. You can just keep on using the number 13. I just find this fits really nicely under the eye, so I'm gonna use this. So with a smoky eye, really, like, there's so many different ways to do a smoky eye, and I would say what makes a smoky eye is making sure the lash line is nice and dark. It doesn't have to be black, but it should be nice and dark. When I was growing up, there was this misconception that silver eyeshadow and just a little black on the corners, that was a smoky eye. That was just the early 2000s, that's just what we did, but really true smoky eyes kind of lie in how dark the lash line is. Okay, lay it down and then really softly blend it. So my base is on. It's really pretty. You can wear these on your own. I like wearing them underneath shadow, but it's just giving me that hint of purple. It's giving me this like shimmery, almost duochrome with the violet and blue. So now we're gonna move on to the second shadow inliner. You don't have to do this, but I find if you do your inner corner with that brightness a lot of people do, and you start sweating, it's hot outside, or your eyes are very sensitive like mine are, it can kind of wear away. So this is my trick to make sure my inner corner stays put. So I'm gonna use this soft thistle color, which is like a lavender mauve color. It's one of the newer colors. I've been using these for years, so I had to get it. Just gonna put this on the inner corner. And you could go brighter than this. So now we're gonna use our powdered eyeshadow. And if you don't have these or something similar, just go ahead into the powder shadow. I just find my shadow doesn't have to work as hard when I do something like this. Back to the eyeshadow palette, the Sweet Violet palette from Violet Voss. I'm gonna start with this bottom middle one, I think. And then I'll probably use this True Purple in the crease and maybe like these lighter colors in the inner corner. But let's start with the nice True Purple one. Ooh, actually, no. This is so pretty. I love all these colors. Actually, I'm going to do this one on my lid. This top corner one. I think that's really pretty. The only difference is this one's a little bit more purple. This one's a little bit more violet. But so let's do this. So I am using a shadow brush. Again, you could really use the same brushes if you want. I'm just too lazy to clean mine right now, but this is just a smaller version. This is the number 15. So whatever shadow brush you want. Normally I would just wipe my brush off, but I want to play with all my brushes today. So I'm grabbing some pigment on one side and I'm just laying it down. No, Violet Voss just has crazy pigment. That's just what they do. But the fact that I have this cream waterproof underneath is definitely helping. And I like having these because you can see it doesn't exactly match the color, but it's still doing its job. So you can get a few of these, get some brown ones, maybe get a blue one, a purple one, and you can really do whatever eyeshadow look. Oh, and a black one. The black one is really, really nice. So I am just pressing and very gently sweeping this color on. So same thing here, laying the brush down flat. So for me, I really like shimmery colors. Shimmery jewel tones are my favorite. My eyelids are kind of uneven, so I don't do cut creases. I don't do that. But whatever you feel is very dramatic to you, you can use. And you know, since everybody's just looking at your eyes, then it's gonna stand out. Or if you're someone who likes liner or lashes or something, maybe you could do like a colored liner. For me, I like a very shimmery jewel toned eye. That's my fave. I don't have much blush on because my mask is gonna cover it. I have a little bit of lip liner on because the focus is really on the eyes. So I have that on, not blended yet, just laid down. That's really pretty. And again, it's this top corner shade right here. So now I want to blend out the crease. So normally I would blend out with maybe a soft peachy or pinky brown, but I think this lilac color is super pigmented. I'm going to blend out my crease a little bit with that. So I'm going to dip my crease brush in here, and I'm just placing the crease brush in the crease and just moving back and forth. And I don't want to do any like frantic motions or go too fast because I want to keep it pretty solid, and I want to keep my brow bone kind of clean so that everything looks nice and neat. Shimmery shadows are much easier to work with when you're starting out than just straight up matte ones. So my crease is nice and blended. You could stop here and you could go about your day and this would be a very, very pretty color. But I love this True Purple right here. So I'm gonna go in with that. I'm gonna use my little bullet shaped brush, the Pro Shadow number 18. And I'm going to put that in the outer corner. And this is very, very pigmented, so I'm gonna blend it right away. So same brush, no added color to it, just blending it. If you feel like it's not moving, you could tap a little bit in there if you need help blending in the lilac or even in the original color here if you want to. But I have so much shimmery shadow with the first color down, it's blending. Okay, so again, my little bullet brush is gonna go in here. And I'm sort of doing, depending on the shape you want, some people call it a C, some people call it a V. or some people call it a little triangle. You're just defining the outer corner. Tap a little bit in your lilac. This is very pigmented, so if you feel like it's getting muddy and it's not giving you a soft blend, just take your brush, and I have a towel here and I'm just wiping it off. Don't use brush cleaner because then it'll make your brush wet and it won't really work for you until it dries, but just wipe it off on a tissue or a towel. Clean, nothing. Or if you have 2 crease brushes, that is even better, and just give it a nice blend through the crease. So we have that, but then the bottom has that eyeliner there. It's not really doing much right now, so I'm going to take this same brush, same color, this true matte purple, and I'm just going to give myself a nice little smokiness underneath. Now, if you have puffy eyes, this is the first thing I do for clients that have puffy eyes and are worried about it. Basically, where the little puff or line is, I just do a big old smoky eye down to that level, so that the puff or the line that's down there is covered with shadow, and then as soon as you see your skin underneath, it's just smooth skin. So I don't really have puffiness, but definitely, like, I'm a human, so I have lines under my eye. I pretty much put my shadow up to that line so that the rest of everything just looks smooth. But that's definitely something a makeup artist would do. If someone thinks they have puffy eyes, just give them a big old smoky eye. It looks so good. If you want to, you can completely cover up that violet cream liner. I think it looks kind of cool because it looks like blue is kind of peeking through. So I'm leaving it because I think it adds some dimension. So you could also do like a rainbow or multicolored eye, 3 different colors. I find I really love to have monochromatic dramatic eyes. That's my favorite way to wear a dramatic eye. So now I'm going to add some black eyeliner. If you wanted to, you could do like a navy or a royal blue if you really wanted to add more color. I think this is pretty bright on its own, and I do have that peak of the violet underneath. So I'm going to be using from Sephora collection as well. This is just the basic black eyeliner, the 12-hour colorful contour eyeliner. This is one of my favorite black eyeliners. Back when I was working in store, I recommended this all the time. It is just so good. It's so pigmented. Let's see. I'll show you. It is so black. I'm doing this backwards, so I feel like I'm like, there you go. It's so black and so creamy. It's one of my faves. So let me wipe this off. And I'm not going to do much eyeliner. The reason being is my eyelids are a little uneven. I have less lid space on this side. So if I do this big old thick eyeliner, what's going to happen is you're not really going to see much of the shadow. You're just going to see black eyeliner. So I'm going to sort of tight line and add a little tiny smoky liner. I'm not going to do much. I basically just want to make sure my lash line is black, because if you're doing a smoky eye, that is going to make or break a smoky eye. If your lash line is not tight lined, if it's not dark, it's just going to look like a undone colorful eye. So if you want our trusty little number 18 brush, very gently just do that. It makes it from a straight line to a very smoky line. Take this and very little pressure. You can tell how much pressure I'm using because my hand is all the way back here on the brush. If I was using a lot of pressure, it would be pretty close. So just very gently. So I will eventually put on lashes because that's just me. I love lashes. But before I do that, I'm going to put mascara on. I just feel like you have to have something before your lashes to make everything look done. So this is something that's new to me from Marc Jacobs Beauty. This is the At Lash Lengthening and Curling Mascara. So I have very fine lashes. I would say they're like fairly long. People have told me, but they are brown and very fine. So I try to put as much mascara on as I can, just so you can see them. And also when you wear false lashes and you have very fine or soft lashes, you want to give your lashes some structure so that the lash band has something to sit on top of, almost like a little shelf. So I like to coat my lashes first, top and bottom, and then the second layer that I do, I'll go in and wiggle, and that'll give me a lot of volume. So I also like to, when I'm doing makeup, I don't like to spend too much time on my eyes as far as like going back and forth and adding more, adding this, because once you put on your mascara and if you're adding eyeliner and lashes and all that, you'll be able to see if you need to go higher with the purple or higher with the crease color or whatever, you'll be able to adjust. So don't spend 45 minutes doing your eyes if it doesn't quite look right to you, because it won't look right to you until you put mascara on. It might not look right to you until you put your lip on or whatever it may be. So I can tell I probably want to put a little bit more crease on to make it dramatic, but we'll see. So I'm gonna let that dry. So I'm gonna add a little flick of liquid liner on the end. I just love a liquid liner. It just kind of helps my eyes look more open and more like feline-like. So this is from KVD Vegan Beauty. So this is the tattoo liner, a classic. I've used this, oh man, over 10 years now. So it's a bristle type brush. It's not a felt tip, which is what I prefer, which is what I'm so much better with. So I'm gonna use this. I'm not gonna go all the way across because I already have the black. I'm just adding a little flick on the outer corner. Just a little bit. So if you have issues doing your eyeliner, maybe you mess up the inner corner, just do what I did. Put black eyeliner, put dark eyeliner, maybe even brown or blue or something, and just do your liner on the edge. Especially if you're partially hooded like I am on one side, it's very helpful. So that's it, just a little flick on the outer corner. I feel like that looks like me. So the lashes I'm going to be using are from House of Lashes Sephora collection. This is the multi-dimensional prism lash collection in the aquamarine style. I just find Sephora collections, House of Lashes, to be so durable. Sometimes I don't take the best care of them, you know, eventually I will, but typically when I'm done with my day, I just kind of put them on a shelf in my bathroom, and they're just so durable. They're totally vegan, which I really appreciate, which I think attributes to the longevity because they're a synthetic fiber. And this style in particular is so pretty because it fans out on the outer corner. So I'm gonna put these on and I'll be right back. Okay, so I think these are really pretty. I think I've gotten glammed up like 3 times this whole time that I've been at home. So this is really nice. And I'm finally breaking in my cute little palette that I've been wanting to use for months now. Our Sephora colors, if you've ever been in a Sephora store, you see lots of black, white, and red. If you've ever been in a Sephora store, you always see lots of black, red, and white. Those are our colors. So I kind of coordinated it with the purple. I feel like purple and red go together in a very bold way. My eyeballs are so hot. This is why I don't go outside. So I'm gonna go do some very boring things, maybe like drive my car around the block just so it gets driven. Maybe, you know, go pick up my prescription, walk the dog, like very boring things, but with a very fun eye. So if you're doing the same, maybe in the comment section below, like tell us like what kind of eye you're gonna be wearing, maybe what color, maybe if you're trying new things with your mask, how you're coordinating all of that. That would be really fun. And as always, please subscribe so you don't miss any of our content, and I will see you next time. Bye.